I just can't say enough about how good they are. And it's almost like playing the triple option that we don't see, that sort of power run game. And, to try to go defend what they do in a week is really hard. We see a totally different brand of football, and we obviously have to get up to speed in terms of how they play. Defensively, they don't miss tackles. They got some great players on defense. They just run to the ball, don't make mistakes. I mean, we've lost, obviously, before getting to the national championship the last 3 years, but it's always been like, he's been hurt or, 14 straight games in a row or something along that line. We were healthy. We were ready to go. Short week didn't affect us at all because we had our kids graduated already, so we got a chance to catch up. And it's just we got totally out-physicaled by a really, really good football team, and they're the standard. And, I've said this many times, we often talk about North Dakota State and Alabama and, two of the great programs, and we're trying to get there, and we're sort of that, team that's kind of sitting on the cusp, but, we're not there. We are not there, but they're really good football. The turnovers killed us. We couldn't give them any, we had to get sevens instead of threes, and we also couldn't turn the ball over, and those things just added to the problems. But, Coach could have called the score today, and I appreciate that they ran some clock and took some time off of the game because, we really had trouble stopping them. So, anyway, really proud of my kids. It was a great year. They gave me everything they got. All the accolades to North Dakota State. There's a reason why they're one of the unique programs in the country able to play at this high level for this period of time. They have all the ingredients. Great coaches, great players, tremendous environment. So anyway, hats off to North Dakota State.
Questions?
You obviously watched the film. You saw what they had. What made it just so much different in person?
It's kind of funny because I just was talking to an alum who had flown in, and he sat in the defensive meetings. He goes, "They ran all the things you said they were going to run, but they're just really good at it, and it's almost to perfection, And then when you adjust, they adjust. And like I said, we don't see that style of football. We see a totally different style of football, and we just didn't do a very good job adjusting to that. We really did. We spend so much time trying to fit the power and those kind of things regularly in a week of practice normally. But they give you geometry and they give you things that are a lot more complicated than just simply fitting the power. So they do a great job. They see how you're going to play them, and it's a little cat and mouse game. And again, there's a reason why they've had the success they have. Their offensive linemen are tremendously coached, as good as I've ever seen. And when they come down and double team, they displace you. And then when you try to cheat that block, then they're going to, kick out and fold. They just do a great job of understanding how you're trying to defend them, and then they just kind of wear you down. And like I said, that was really an impressive showing. And like I said, we came in fresh. We came in, ready to play, excited to play, and they took it to us pretty good.
PJ, can you speak a little bit to the physical nature of NDSU's offense, how tough it has gotten?
Yeah, we knew coming in they're a physical bunch. They're a big O-line, biggest O-line we've seen. Taking on those blocks all day, they wear you down, especially if you're not as big as other D-lines. So taking that on the whole game, you start to get wear down, and then that's when they start to take advantage. They just keep running the same play, and they take advantage of that. And the running backs are real good at seeing the holes and being patient also.
There's a lot of times that we had felt that we stuffed the hole, and their backs are so patient. They're so well taught and coached, and they just cut it back on us. We felt, hey, great, we just stuffed this thing, and then all of a sudden you see them leaking out the backside. So, you can't simulate. It's a little bit like playing the triple option. You can't simulate what they do, and you're hoping when you get to game time, you can get a stop or two and kind of get yourself, grounded, but we just never did. We just really never did.
Jeremiah, what's kind of the difficulty of trying to get a rhythm offensively and, put up the yards and points that you guys have done up to this point?
Well, I think that we didn't make the plays. We got a lot of big chunk plays. We got some drives rolling. But whenever it comes down to having to get big and run the ball in the red zone and that sort of things, that's what they defend well. They're a big physical bunch. Gave us a lot of different looks. And yeah, I mean, we did make the plays that we usually do. I can't turn the ball over 3 times. Had a couple drops, and we didn't have some of the run after catches that we usually do. But I mean, that's a credit to how great they come down and tackle in space.
Yeah, they tackle in space.
I mean-
You know, a lot of our game is getting the ball out in the open spaces, and a lot of times we're making guys miss. We couldn't make those guys miss, and that's just a credit to them being in good position, also being really good football players.
Jeremiah, everything that you've kind of accomplished in your career here, I mean, how tough is it, having done all that, to have it end like this?
It's pretty tough. To have my kind of Sam Houston career bookended by North Dakota State, it really stinks, because the first time that I stepped foot on campus at Sam Houston, they had just gotten back in 14 from playing here, and I had told Coach Geeler that I was going to come here and I was going to beat him, and I had seen it in my head happen for the last 3 years. And then it stinks. And then I also promised him we would win a national championship. And those are the 2 things that I wanted to do. All the other personal stuff, it doesn't matter. I mean, God's blessed me in my career personally, but those were the 2 biggest things that I wanted to do in my career and wasn't able to do.
BJ, you've had an extremely decorated career as well. Can you kind of look back? I know it's difficult probably right now, but are you proud of the legacy that you're able to leave on Sam in this football program?
Yeah, I feel like I've definitely had a great career here. Had great teammates, coaches. I loved it here, but I wish we would have just came and pulled it out. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. But my time here was great. I loved it. Wouldn't change a thing.
You know, we won 46 games in 4 years, and we're the stepchild. You know, we're the ugly whatever duckling, I guess it is. And you know, it's okay. I mean, you know, that we aspire to be national champs, and we see what one looks like right out this door. So you know, that's the goal. And you know, I told the team sometimes I apologize because these guys just won 24 games the last 2 years, and we're not happy. You know, and you know, this is a great program, and they do everything the right way. They play hard, they play physical, they play clean, and you know, they're a great representation of what FCS football is. They really are.
I don't know how your program is set up, but do you at all push for more teams like NDSU in your, you know, non-conference schedule to get teams like this to have more experience against a program like this?
We played, you know, we've had trouble getting 1A games. You know, we've had some people drop us. You know, we picked up Richmond last year. So we're trying to get other teams outside of our region. Like I said, Richmond was a start. We have North Dakota next year. So we're trying to get more games like that if we can't get 1A games. But yeah, absolutely. We thought, you know, Richmond would be a good test for us, obviously a good CAA team. So yeah, that's what we're trying to do, absolutely.
Anything else, guys?
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.